right, guys, welcome to another YouTube video, and we are back after the competition season is over. Uh, Giving you guys a little recap of 2025, even though it's still like a month and a half left. We're in the beginning of November, so still gonna give you a little recap of the year, especially my season. So January. A lot of things happened this year, but starting in January, um, I started my process of moving to the UK. So I came here, been coming here since January. I mean, honestly, since the New Year's, yeah. Visiting, taking care of documents, meeting people, um, then going back and forth between the UK and Portugal, take care of documents there as well. So it's been a year full of adventures. But starting January, I started my process of moving here. Also started with my coach, which I'm really, really happy about that I put this person in my life that brings me a lot of peace when it comes to the coaching part because we really connect and I really enjoy his company and his the fact that he's taking care of me in the sense of being a coach. But yeah, I started with him. I was around 112 kilos at the time, not fat, but not lean. We decided to, for the next 2, 3 months, no, 4 months, do off season. So I went up 2 kilos and kept myself there for 4 months. We kept myself around 113 kilos, 114, because we had to make weight for classic. So it was stupid of us to go higher than that if we had to come down to 98 kilos. So that's what about 10, about 16 kilos that I had to lose, which we started in May, started our prep. I did blood work, everything was fine. At the time, I was doing some things, of course, PEDs, and then we did not have a health phase because my blood work was so good that we both agreed just let's just keep writing this. Like we changed some compounds and added cardio, lowered the food, and the body was reacting good. My weight wasn't coming down super fast because that's just how I am. I can change really, really fast, like my body composition, but my weight won't move that fast. You know what I mean? So for a while, I was around 112. Then I would come down to 108, stay there for a month, for another month, then come down to 106, stay there for a couple weeks, another month, 104, 102, 101. We end up 101 and pretty lean. Probably one of the leanest I've ever been. He was like, well, Leo, I had a really, really peaceful prep, even though unfortunately I had two dogs passing away this year in Portugal, and some stuff happening in the visa, all the stress about that as well, the uncertainty when I was going to see Anya again because had to come back to Portugal. All of those things were happening, and I still did what I needed to do: my cardio, my training, whatever. Um, because yeah, that's I think that's just how life is, right? You have to deal with life, and then you have something that you still have to do. Like I love bodybuilding, I'm gonna do it despite what life around me happens, you know. So yeah, we got 201 kilos, pretty lean, and it was like, okay, I'm gonna start feeding you up because we were aiming to be 98 on weigh-ins on registration day. I was like, okay, no, we actually got to 99.7. I remember, and they started feeding me, and it was like, okay, I think we can make weight pretty easily. Gonna feed you. I was about 3, 4 weeks out, I think, at this weight, It was like, we're gonna feed you, and then the last week we pull down, and the weight will come off with the water weight because of all the cardio. We lower steams, blah blah blah. We did that. I came down to the weight I needed it. At the registration, I did not make the height for my regional. I was supposed to be 180.3 and a half or 4, 180.4, let's say, and I was 179.6. So less than a centimeter under the height cap, the height I need for the weight cap. So we're like, okay, this could happen. I told him that this could happen. He said, yeah, okay, we'll fix it. So I did bodybuilding in my regional, which, look, this happened last year. I was really sad. This year, I was like, whatever, dude. I'm gonna go on stage, have fun, show what I've worked for, even though if it's not classic. So I didn't get sad. I was just like, yeah, it happens. We'll fix it. No worries. So the next day, as you guys could see in my videos, we competed in the PCA. Me and Anya decided, okay, we really want to try the PCA. She hasn't competed in the PCA for a long time. And I was like, okay, let's do it. It's the day after. We'll just drive there. We're already in shape. We're pretty much ready. Already have a tan on. So we went. PCA, you don't need to make weight for anything, like classic. I did classic, got top six, really good lineup. The guy won the overall in the day before where I competed in classic. So I did bodybuilding, he did classic, won the overall. The next day, won the overall in the PCA as well. Um, then after that, we had a week to Italy where I competed. It was my last show for the year. And we said, okay, we didn't make the height, so we have to come down to 94.8. I woke up Monday with 101 kilo. So from Monday to Friday, I had to lose, what's that, 7 kilos. Yeah. And I was like, okay, listen, this is going to be my last show. We're planning to do two more shows after that. I'm not making the cap. My physique, when I make the cap, doesn't look good because my upper body just disappears because I'm flat. And when I flatten out, I lose my arms and back really quick and really easily. And I was like, well, just give it my all. I'll just give it my all this week, make the weight, and finish it in classic. So we did. I pushed really hard, 3 days, zero carbs, up the cardio. Fourth day, add a little bit of carbs just to pull the water and the stress out, no cardio. Managed to wake up on Friday with 94 kilos. At the registration, started to eat. The show went okay. I did top six, but I could see in my photos and my images that we present a good package, probably one of the best I've ever presented in terms of lean, how lean I was, but also my upper body was just disappeared, you know. So I think that week really fuck up my like made me lose muscle, to be honest. Not just that week, but the last part of the process, because we had to push. Like he told me, you're ready with 101 kilo, but we have to come down this much weight, right? And I was like, yeah, let's just do it for this year. Yeah, so I did Italy, placed top six, came back on Monday, so the show was on Saturday. We kind of had a little fun on Sunday, went for a trip and stuff in Milan. Um, or I think we came back on Tuesday actually. So I trained on Wednesday, and now that week and a half after, I felt like completely shit. Like my strength was zero. I look like a beginner. Not that I'm strong or that I lift a lot of weight, which I don't. I believe you've seen that because I really pride myself on prioritizing quality. And yeah, I don't push that. For me, weight it matters at a certain point, and you should progress the weight, yes, but not lift like ego lift, you know. But that week I was just always tired, always not in the mood to go train. The train was shit, and I was like, "Fuck, man, this is really depressing." I had a thought that week after, and I told him, "Look, I felt really good this prep. I think you and Anya, my wife, uh, are really good in my life. Made my prep easy, my prep happy until a certain point where anxiety took off completely, and I started just to go not insane, but not enjoy the process. You know, because bodybuilding, dieting is hard, yes, but we love bodybuilding, and dieting is part of bodybuilding, right? So we kind of end up liking it because it's kind of a badass thing to do, you know. So we kind of enjoy it, even though we suffer when sometimes you can't sleep as much, like you sleep 5 hours a night because you're starving, and all of that. At the end of the day, we do it because we love it. But at that time, I was not loving it because of the amount of anxiety I had to make weight, and seeing that my weight wasn't dropping even though I was suffering and pushing as much as we could and all of that without doing crazy stuff. Even though we had to do some use of diuretics in the last week for Italy, and I did not enjoy that. Like, okay, it's cool to take a diuretic the night before. Sure, I'll accept that. But take diuretics 3 days just to make a weight. My coach doesn't do that. We did it. We agreed upon doing it because it was my last dance. You know what I mean? Didn't kill me. We knew he wasn't gonna like be a detrimental. So we are like, we'll just do this one time, last time, and then we'll see and assess. So yeah, I had a thought the week after about what should I do. I felt kind of lost the weeks after my last show because look, I love classic. I still do. I always did. I think it's the prettiest category. I'm a big fan of bodybuilding. Never saw myself as one. Big fan of it. That's where the top of the top are the mutants, the beautiful physiques with huge body parts. That's just insanely pretty. But for me, classic is, I don't know, just art, you know? And I really enjoyed it, but it wasn't making me happy. It was making me anxious to pursue that. And I wasn't bodybuilding because I couldn't bodybuild because I had to make weight, so I couldn't build more muscle. Um, so that week after, I was like kind of lost, thinking, should I just stop training legs? Because my issue was on stage, you could see that my legs were bigger than the other guys. It's just my upper body wasn't as close as to the other guys, you know? So the other guys had smaller legs but a balanced physique. Mine was just legs and then tiny upper body because I had to make the weight. So I thought maybe if I don't train legs and I put size into my upper body, I can kind of balance my physique and then present a better package next year if I make that weight. Yeah, I thought that the weeks after, and I thought maybe I should just move to bodybuilding, but then I was like, yeah, but that's too much of a commitment. It's like a year and a half I have to take off or two just to be competitive. I might blow out my waist and become ugly and all of that. So I was kind of lost, you know. And it to be lost in something you love, it's pretty bad. Even to be lost in life in general, it's bad. Imagine on something that you dedicate yourself at this level. Yeah, so I was kind of going through Instagram, checking physiques, people in the UK, especially because there was a lot of shows happening at that time. Checking people for opinions, like my coach Anya, people at the gym, people we look up to. Just opinions on what should I do? Should I move to bodybuilding? Should I do this and stay in classic? Um, And I started to see some of the top athletes here in the UK, top amateurs, with really pretty physiques and small waists and just what I identify myself with. I don't want to be a mass monster ever. I want to be pretty and I want to portray art, even though I can be a bodybuilder, right? And I thought, look, cool, you make weight for classic, maybe, which is going to be difficult and you're going to have to do a lot of stuff that you don't want to, and it might be detrimental to your health. Or you can actually have fun, stop limiting your gains, your food intake, your whatever in the off season, because my last off season was pretty limited in terms of food. So I was always hungry throughout the year. Um, you can do that and take 1 or 2 years off, become a bodybuilder, competitive, be careful with your wastes, and blah, blah. I just start to see some of the physiques that I can identify. And then Earth did that in Italy, which was a show I competed. He did that and he had a really, really good result. Then he went to Europa Pro and won it as well. I was like, damn, he really looks good. And he was holding himself back. And I saw myself in that. So I just decided to tell my coach, look, I'm not happy pursuing bodybuilding. This prep, by the end, it was just a ball of anxiety. I wasn't happy. I wasn't loving it, like bodybuilding. Um, and he said, man, if you're not loving it, that's the reason you do it. We might as well take the step. And I was like, yeah, sure. I'm in for that. It took me it took me like 3 weeks to really accept it, but now I'm so excited, so excited for what's to come. Um, but yeah, it's official. I'm quitting, trying to make weight for classic, and we are officially again project open bodybuilding on the go right now. Not holding myself back, of course. PDs are coming down. I'm getting into a TRT phase for the next 10 weeks. So in 2 weeks, I'll be entering my TRT phase, and I'll do that for 8 weeks. Get blood work when I go to Portugal on Christmas, um, and then start the actual off season. But I'm in a really good spot right now. I like my physique. Uh, Still kind of low on body fat. I'm holding a bit water, and but I think I'm pretty lean for who I am. You know what I mean? For my own self. There's people who get stay lean, good for them. I'm a fat kid. I was raised as a fat kid. All my family is supposed to be fat, and yeah, that's just me. Uh, but yeah, bodybuilding. It took me some time to realize that I was living classic, but now I'm super excited for what's to come. I'm gonna be a big boy. I don't know. It's just so many things that come to mind. Like I don't know. Just I'm excited for what's to come for the future. I can take a year off, focus on building a life here in the UK, getting a. I just got a job, so I'm not getting a job, but because I didn't before the preps, because we were traveling and stuff. But actually, just stabilizing my life, um, make some money, invest in my online coaching as well. That's something I want to pursue because I really like to coach people and help people achieve their goals. So if you want, I'm not good at promoting my stuff, to be honest, because I'm not that kind of person. But we have AL coaching. It's me and Anya. If you guys want to go on Instagram, search AL coaching, you should find it. But yeah, I've been putting some reels there, some posts just to inform people that we actually know something. And we're not just lifting weights and grunting, at least me. she looks like she knows something because she's a woman and she's really pretty and intelligent. But I just look like a guy who goes to the gym, grunts, and lifts weight that is not that heavy. But yeah, that's it. I would like you guys to know that I love classic, always did. I hope I can return to classic when I become pro. I do believe I can become a pro. But if not, bodybuilding it is. I'm excited finally because it's also a class that is really respected. That's the peak of the peak, right? So if you're good there, no one can tell you shit. But yeah, not holding myself back, actually eating quite a lot more food. Obviously, we're increasing calories really slowly so I don't get fat as a pig. But yeah, that is it. 2025 recap with some news. Um, yeah, I see you guys in the next video. All right, everybody, already here at the gym doing some pull today. My new training split's pretty unique, let's say. Um, but yeah, we're doing pull today. I have my workout here. So we're gonna do pull one. So it's gonna be four, four exercises for back, one for rear delts, uh, and two or three for biceps. So what I mean by this is I'm still free. I do my own training, right? So I'm still figuring out some volume in certain body parts. For example, I started with four exercises of back, sets, sorry, sets each, and now I'm doing just two sets on the four exercises because it was too much volume if I did three sets. By the end of the week, the weekly volume plus the week two volume, because I have a 2 week split. So I have week one, week two, then repeat. So yeah, we're starting with a unilateral lat pull down, a reverse grip in a hammer strength machine, I think. Then T-bar rows would probably no, I'm probably do the seated prime row. I really enjoy that one. Then a wide grip pull down, and then we're finishing off with low row. I think it's called or I row. It's one from hammer that works out your upper back, and then we'll be moving on to either bicep first or rear delt. I usually do bicep, and then I end the workout with rear delt. Um, because I just find it a little lame to do a rear delt. So I just leave it to the end, to be honest. Because I had it in the beginning for a long time, and now my rear delt is popping and it has a good size. It's not lacking, so I usually put it in the end. But yeah, I'm gonna record some sets because I want to try a new version of video. So basically, I'm gonna record the set, and then you're gonna see me talking about it one set per exercise, just talking about it on the side without any volume on the actual set itself. Just me doing it, and I'll be talking about it and analyzing my own exercise on the side and giving you tips that I learned and that I tried and actually worked to make the set more efficient and just better overall. But yeah, pull day pull day one, um, off season, and yeah, let's have some fun. All right, so that was the pool session for today. We started, as you can see, the unilateral lat pull down in the hammer strength machine with a reversed grip. I love to start my pull sessions with this exercise. Gives me a good connection to the lats right away and kind of a good pump so you can like keep the pump going throughout the workout and actually using your lats properly. But as you can see here, you have to be careful to not put your rear delt into the movement and actually stretch without your delt in it. So I would lower the shoulder, just stick to the driving through the elbow always, and don't use your shoulder to go up or down. Just lock it into place, drive through the elbow, and do the movement. Here we did 2 sets, like I told you before. Two sets, a top set, a back off set. The back off set, I think I did less, like 10 kilos less. So, yeah. Moving on to the second exercise, we have the prime seated row. I really, really like this machine because of the leverage. You can use different angles and put more weight in different angles. So I usually put the main weight on the middle, so it's distributed all the way throughout the movement. And I put a, if I want to increase, like for example, a 10, I put a 10 on top, as you can see there. Um, so I can have a heavier movement on the stretch position. The load is heavier, and as I come back, it gets lighter. Here, as always, keep your shoulders out of the movement, lock them into place. Don't use your shoulders to do the movement and drive through your elbows. Also, I'm using my lift grips from Lift. You can use my code Fidalgo for 10% discount. I love, I'm not saying this because they sponsor me. I love these grips for a pull workout. It like you can use it in every exercise for back, and it makes it so much easier. It's better than the wrist wraps, I think you call it, or lifting straps. It's better than that. These ones are really, really good. You can lock them into place really fast. It takes zero effort. But yeah, we did top set, back off set. Top set, I did um, 3 plates in the middle, 320, 110 on top. Second, back off set, I can't recall quietly, but I think I did just the 3 plates on the middle. Yeah, 3 plates on the middle. So I took the 10 out of the top. But yeah, I like this machine. I always keep the seat and the pad on the same spot. I think I have like a 7 on top, 4 on the seating one. So I can kind of work more of that mid back, I would say. But yeah, this gives me a really, really good stretch and a really, really good contraction in the back. Moving on to the third exercise. I usually do wide grip pull downs, which with the just straight bar. Sometimes I implement this one, and I really like this one if my shoulders are fine. Like I have some shoulder issues, arthritis, and sometimes they're pretty sore, uh, and I have to move around some exercise. But this one yesterday was really, really good. Give a little stretch, and I really felt that lower back for sure. But if not, if I don't use this bar that molds like to your grip, I usually use just a straight bar and do like a wide grip lat pull down. But I do enjoy these type of bars. But yeah, here is just the same thing. Keep your shoulder out. Bring the bar in front of your body, not to your face. Always in front. Keep your elbows forward, um, and drive through the elbow as always. That's the secret for back movements. Last exercise, it's a low row. I think it's called low row. So it's for upper back. It's more of a upper back exercise. I like this machine quite a lot for memory strength. I've been using it in a lot of the gyms I've been going to. I mean, it's a comfortable position, and I have some uh, issues with my traps because, or my upper back, because I get really tense really easily, and then it kind of fucks up my neck. So yeah, this machine kind of prevents that and really allows me to focus. It's kind of a weird angle and movement itself, but it makes sense. Sometimes instead of this one, I might do just dumbbell row, but kind of more for a upper back. I really enjoy that. I have that in my pull session too. But yeah, yesterday we did not have add any movements that would need some lower back stability because today we train legs. So I didn't want to my lower back to get tired, my rectors to get tired because I'm going to use them in my my leg workout today. Yeah, that was it for back. Moving on to bicep. This is my favorite bicep exercise: incline bicep curl, unilateral. So I have a really difficult time connecting with my arms. But on this, I found this exercise to be so good for me. I can really position myself in a way that only my bicep works. Literally, it's insane. But I have to do it unilateral and really think about the movement and the connection between the bicep and my brain, just to use only the bicep. Yeah, unilateral, you can't put much weight on it because if you get too much weight, you start to use your front delts and your and your chest to kind of do the movement, and it kind of loses the purpose. But yeah, unilateral here. Moving on to the preacher curl from Hammer Strength. This machine is my favorite one for my second favorite one for preacher curl movements. I don't enjoy doing it with a dumbbell because it kind of puts a little pressure on my elbow. This one really connect really well. And as you can see, I'm trying to keep my shoulder down so it's not being part of the movement. So you kind of have to stretch your arm in a way that your shoulder is not, yeah, like you're not using your shoulder to be part of the movement. You just stretch it, leave it there, and then use your bicep. Try to push through your pinky so you can really focus on your bicep peak as well. And try. I also like. I'm a little wider than usual people, so I can't do this with both hands because my shoulders will just be covering everything, and like I can't like do a proper stretch with it. So I usually do unilateral, and I align myself with the movement. As you can see here, I'm going back with my other shoulder and stretching my front, the shoulder that I'm trying to work, the arm I'm trying to work, and actually just stretching it so it takes out of the shoulder out of the movement and align myself with the movement itself so it doesn't put pressure on the shoulder joint or on the elbow joint. Yeah, that was it for biceps. And last exercise, we have my favorite for rear delts. If you know me, you know I love this exercise, and this is the only exercise I do for rear delts. It's been working for years, and I've managed to connect really well with my rear delts on this one. Just as you can see, keep your trap down, locked in place, scapula contracted, and use your rear shoulders to do the movement instead of your lats and your trap. Yeah, it's just simple. I don't like the reverse back deck. I'm not good at it. I tried and always fucks up my neck because I can't isolate my rear delt that much. So I always end up using a little bit on my trap, and then with all the other movements before and after, I end up just getting a incredible stiff hurtful neck. So I just stick to this rear delt exercise. I have it in my pull session, 1, 2, and then on my week 2 of workouts, I have it on my shoulder workout and on my back workout. So yeah, I do it like twice a week, 2 to 3 sets. I don't remember if I did 2 or 3. Sometimes I do 3. Sometimes if I feel like 2 was enough, I'll do 2. But yeah, that was it for pull session 1. We still have a little variety of sessions to come because I have like I told you, a 2 week split now. So there's a lot of different combinations, but pretty much the same exercise. I love to stick to the same exercise because it allows me to perfect it and then evolve within that quality. Like when I start to do a new exercise, I try to perfect the form. So I put quality over quantity, and then I progress in the weight and reps. So yeah, I think that's the best method to avoid injuries and to make progress. And it's been working for me, and I love it. I don't go through phases of ego lifting anymore because I've noticed that just causes me stress injuries and not to progress as much as I could or as I want. But yeah, that was it for today's workout. Hope you guys liked it. Finishing off with my posing video after the pull session. I really liked it, to be honest. Actually, really like the look, kind of lean, keeping myself relatively lean when it comes to my body because I usually get fat pretty quick. Even though I tend to control my post show, but yeah, the quality is good, um, and also my anabolic use is coming down because I'm going into a TRT. So I think the look is pretty good, and I'm happy about it. And I think I've never been with 108 kilos this lean. But yeah, let's see. Front, relax. Just gotta keep sure that I keep that waist tight. We need to develop more arms, of course. Front double bicep the same. Develop more arms and lats. Side chest, I really like this pose. Just gotta make sure I put my torso in the right way. Back double, also develop those glutes so it gets more striated when I get lean. And my lower back, my erectors need some work as well, and mid upper back. That's my weakness, I think, when it comes to my back, is my traps. So I'm working on that currently. Um, okay, ab and thighs, a pretty good pose for me. Just got to make sure I keep that waist in check. Really good vacuum I did this day, to be honest. It's usually not that good. Not when I'm this heavy, at least. Front leg spread, okay pose for me. I like it. Need more arms for sure. This one, most muscular, I'm starting to like it finally. Still a little, need a lot of size in the upper body. But yeah, that was it. Pull session, some posing after, and some news about 2025, the next step, and a little recap about the year and how it went. Overall, I'm pretty happy. Looking forward for this next chapter of my life. The year is almost over. Gotta take it day by day now and make the best out of it. But yeah, what a wild year for sure. But yeah, that was it for today, I guess. Hope you guys liked it. Um, you know, like, comment, share with your friends, and as always, I see you guys in the next adventure.